Everybody, Rachel Titi here with your update. A little bit late tonight here on October 26th. There has been a lot of breaking news happening here tonight, so it's been a busy night. First, I want to address there was a police presence outside of a Latham Walmart on Route 9 for a call of a possible abduction. We reached out to police to ask about this, and what they told us is that that was the initial call. When they got there, they did an investigation and they interviewed people. They found out the whole thing had turned out to be a misunderstanding. So no children are under an abduction warning here tonight. Everybody is okay. No charges are pending on that. Second of all, we want to talk about an update from Vermont State Police, and this is regarding bodies that were found in a wooded area of this was near Eden, and we now know that those bodies were of two missing men. They were missing for 11 days. One of those men was from Pittsfield, both of them 21 years old. Vermont State Police say autopsies done on the bodies show they were shot in the head. The medical examiner says that both deaths are being treated as homicides. The victims are identified as 21-year-old Jaheim Solomon from Pittsfield and 21-year-old Eric White from Chicopee. They were reported missing from Vermont. That was on October 15th. We also have an update on authorities are still searching for the man, the accused shooter in Maine. We know that he was a U.S. Army reservist. He killed 18 people allegedly at a bowling alley and a bar in Maine. Lewiston, Maine has been on lockdown as this search continues. And one of the latest updates is that the suspect is 40-year-old Robert Card. Officials had surrounded a home and were sort of in this standoff situation. So we are continuing to follow that as well. That is one of the breaking updates that we have been keeping an eye on here tonight. We also learned about a couple of court appearances here today. Prosecutors told a judge today that the man convicted while driving a motorcycle, drunk and high, who killed two people, including an 8-year-old. They say he's a persistent felony offender, but today in Warren County Court, they argued why that isn't the case. Prosecutors and survivors told the judge that Anthony Futia should get that designation and should get a sentence of up to life in prison. He was driving without a license when he crashed a Harley-Davidson motorcycle into that family that was walking and riding bikes on the bike trail in Lake George of last year. His lawyers say that he should not get that designation. We'll have the details coming up live at 11 o'clock. We're also learning more about the manhunt that happened in Salem, New York last night, and we brought that to you as breaking news live at 9 and live at 11 last night. It started as a call of shots fired at around 4:30 or so. He ran into the woods after police were trying to arrest him. This is Jeffrey Dickinson. Again, this was in Salem, New York. This was in Washington County. The sheriff says that a manhunt started in the woods that was around Blind Buck Road. All nearby residents were asked to shelter in place. You were supposed to lock your doors. It ended around midnight or so when Dickinson called 911 to turn himself in. Today, people in Salem said that they were nervous about all of this because they were worried about their ability to call for help if needed. A lot of people don't have service in that area, and so when they learned that this guy was on the loose, they worried about if they needed police, could they get a hold of them? The town council member, Tom McMorris, says that he's surprised that Dickinson found a signal to call police from a cell phone to turn himself in the first place. We also know more about Nelson Patino. This is a case that we've been following for a while. A jury has found him guilty in the stabbing deaths of his wife and 5-year-old son back in 2021. A jury also convicted Patino of attacking his 2-year-old son who survived. Investigators say Patino called 911 immediately after and said he stabbed his family. His lawyer argued a COVID infection caused his client to commit both murders, but the jury was not convinced of that. He is facing life in prison without parole when he is sentenced. Let's talk about your first warning forecast here as we take a live look out at Lake George here tonight. 57 degrees and just a light wind out of the southeast and just a little bit of precipitation on that camera as well. We did not see a lot of rain today. Most of the area was dry, but it was a warm day as well in the 70s, and that is going to continue for the next couple of days. These are your low temperatures for the hill towns. As you can see, those temperatures are on the downswing, right? We have the 30s coming up here Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, entering into that frost likely, the light freeze, and the hard freeze category. So you should be okay for the next couple of days, but the cold temperatures are on the way. Temperatures right now across the area still at 62 degrees at the Albany International Airport, 56 in Schuylerville, 56 in Voorheesville, 56 in Stephentown. So a lot of 50s across the area. Yesterday, we had a high temperature in the 70s, 73 degrees. We did not beat the record. Today, we matched the record. 78 degrees was that record set back in 1963. 58 degrees is our normal high temperature. So a solid 20 degrees above average for this time of year for today. 70s also expected for tomorrow. We've been in this upswing for temperatures above average for this time of year. You can see at the end of that graph, the red, it ends at yesterday. So tomorrow we'll see another red line for today, showing that we continue to be in this upswing after having a small period of being below average immediately before this. Temperatures over the next couple of weeks, or a couple of days, I should say, are going to be in this kind of stair-step down pattern. 70s for Friday and Saturday. Then we get into the 50s for Sunday and Monday, and then 40s for Tuesday and Wednesday. That cold front on the way. Let's talk about it hour by hour. This is now 10:15 on Thursday. Clouds are dominating the skies here tonight, and it will stay that way heading into the early morning hours of Friday. We have a little bit of clearing heading into Friday morning. And then lunchtime, some of us could see a really quick shower Friday morning. I really don't think that this is going to impact very many people, and it's not going to last very long. So I really wouldn't even consider it into your plans. This is now Friday evening, a very similar story. Heading into the early morning hours of Saturday, mostly clear skies here tonight. As we get into Saturday, you see sort of this line that kind of wants to form, but it's going to sort of fizzle as we head into the lunchtime hours. So I think most people will be dry on Saturday. This is 8:30 or so, clear skies heading into Saturday evening. Sunday is when things become a little bit more widespread. This is now 10 a.m. on Sunday. Some areas in our northern counties could see a little bit of sleet, and then the mountain peaks could see a little bit of snowflakes. But it is that time of year for the mountains to be seeing snow. Whiteface already has, I'm sure others have as well. Rain across some of the areas in the capital region as well. As we head into the afternoon, we start to see some of this rain in our southern counties. You can see the line sort of cut off at Catskill here. So I think some people on Sunday won't see rain at all. But if you're in the southern counties or you're in the northern counties, you're more likely to see a raindrop or two. For tonight, 56 degrees, mostly cloudy and mild here tonight. Tomorrow, another warm day in the 70s, partly sunny, that stray shower to the north, nice and warm. 7-day planner looks like this. Sunshine for Friday with some clouds mixed in, 76 degrees. That small chance of a shower on Saturday. We have that beefier chance for rain on Sunday into Monday, but also notice that cool down, that cold front coming on through and really making a difference. Tuesday, Halloween, we have a little bit of a break when it comes to the rain, which I think is going to be good for the trick-or-treaters and the parents who are out with them, 49 degrees. For Wednesday, we have that other chance for rain that comes through, 30% chance right now at 46 degrees. That's the cold spot of the week. 48 degrees for Thursday, but we are back into a mixture of sun and clouds. As I said at the beginning of this, we have a lot of breaking stories happening here tonight. I touched on some of them here in this broadcast. News Channel 13 Live at 11 starts in about half an hour. We'll see you then.